Welcome to the Wildcat Report from Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City. I'm Brian Jeffries along with Matt Muehlebach. Cats and the Belmont Bruins get the NCAA tournament started on Thursday afternoon. And Matt, it's always an exciting time of the year, no matter where you are, no matter what your seed is. If you're one of the 64 teams that's starting play this weekend, you're happy to be here. What do you get the sense from the Wildcats as to their mood going into this?
Well, I think you said it perfectly. You look back last season, they were in the NIT field. And so you think about that 3 years ago, they weren't even in the tournament. So I think the big thing is they really, respect where they are. They like the fact they're in the tournament #1. I think they like their seeding. We just heard Sean Miller talk about it, and I think they feel privileged to be in the tournament. And I think they like the way they're playing, which is a big thing too.
All right, and that is a big thing because the Wildcats are playing well, even though they're coming off a loss to UCLA. They played well in that ball game. They played well against Colorado, against Arizona State, really going back to that game at Pauley in the second half. Why has this team gelled right now?
Yeah, I think the big thing is Sean talked about it defensively. That's really where they have. That's where they've been good this year. That's why they were good against Miami, San Diego State, earlier on in the season. And to me, it's been focus, purpose, just being tough-minded, as Sean Miller likes to talk about. And when they do that, they're better offensively. And so, even though they lost the UCLA game, you could just feel the way they played in that first half, and I think that's why this team as a collective unit feels better coming into this tournament.
All right, Belmont, 26-6 on the season out of the Ohio Valley Conference. Both teams have 3 senior starters in their lineup, and so there's some equality there. But I'll ask you about 2 numbers for Belmont. They've shot over 700 threes, and they've got over 500 turnovers forced. Yeah. Which one, in your mind, is going to be more important in the game?
Well, it might be the turnovers forced. I mean, you look at they're a great three-point shooting team, somewhere right around 15th in the country. I think Arizona knows that. They're going to be leery of that going into the game. They'll defend that. I think the thing that's interesting to me, they're the #1 team in the country in 2-point shooting, which means they spread the floor, they get to the rim, they can make some easy buckets, but part of that is they get steals. And they're #4 or 5 in the country in steals, and that's where we saw Arizona lose that game against UCLA. Turning the ball over a little bit late, UCLA had 17 points off turnovers. That was probably the key to that game. I think it might be the key to the game tomorrow, because that could really get that team going. If they can knock down layups, if they can get easy shots for Belmont, then those threes start to fall. They're going to make some threes. We know that. They're going to shoot a ton of them. They'll make a few of them. But Arizona's got to protect the ball and got to be leery of giving them easy twos. All
right, Wildcats and the Bruins tip off at 4:20 on Thursday afternoon from Salt Lake City.